Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric, and today we are continuing our journey through The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt on Death March, and so on. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's just keep going. We're gonna clean up some random stuff. Help this guy, because I think that this guy, Hattori, is the one who is going to be a master swordsmith.
I'm here.
Excellent. Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Lead the way.
Splendid. Come. The king of beggars, man. His name is Tin Boy.
What do you know about him?
Not much. He's easy to ire, so tread carefully. We need him far more than he needs us.
Okay. Noted. And here we have him.
You were to come alone, elf. Who's this?
A concerned friend.
Yes. No one you need to concern yourself with.
Fine. Here's how we see things. The boss at Loggerheads with Cleaver, there's got to be a payoff. We've got an offer, and it's non-negotiable.
Okay, everything is negotiable.
A steady supply of iron in exchange for 50% of your profits.
That's crazy.
Give you 25.
Who are you to dictate anything to the king of beggars? Ugh, 35's as low as we'll go.
30.
25's our limit. We'll throw in a discount at the shop.
You're clearly daft, tramp. No deal. Come on, boys.
Fine. No deal.
Geralt, what are you...
Wait. All right. Certainly know how to negotiate, concerned friend. 25 it is, and the discount.
Agreed.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well. 25 is still too much, but seems...
Too much drink. It softened your bloody mind. This here's Cleaver's territory, you prick whittler.
Damn it. Who's this now?
Cleaver's boy!
You travels fast.
Silly dwarves.
Shut up and fight.
Where did all these come from?
Leg it! This way!
Geralt, quickly!
It's fine, dude. Calm down. Oh, his buddies died. That's a shame. For them.
Careful! There could be more in there!
Follow me.
I don't care. Just stay close, dude. You'll be fine.
Right. Sure hope there's a payoff at the end of this.
So, supplies. That's something we can count on?
Who'd you take me for? Gave you me word, didn't I? But I'd hire guards if I was you. You never know with Cleaver.
Can you provide protection?
A few of Cleaver's little shits escaped. Bugger probably already knows everything. I've no men to spare, can't guarantee your safety. If I was you, I'd lay low for a time.
Well, you can talk to Cleaver, I guess.
Thanks, Tin Boy.
Down the line, the bosses will make a deal. You'll be left alone. All you gotta do is stay alive till then.
What now?
Here we chat, while your partner's just flown the coop.
Damn it. Hey, wait!
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Hattori, wait!
I mean, I get it. It's scary. Violence and so on.
Won't find any better. From the Yaruga to the Dragon.
Now,
Vile strumpet tried to put down on my
The
man.
Persiflora is Novigrad's most famous spot anyway. But there's
Hattori, you in there? Open up.
no chance. Leave me be.
Don't be silly. Let me in.
No, never. I shall stay in here until Middenvern.
When's that? I don't...
Forgive me, Geralt. That was a mistake. To parley with bandits, make deals.
Too late now. King of Beggars will get you supplies, and then what? You'll have to pay him.
What have I done? Geralt, you must help me.
I will, but
No, I
must.
won't. I'm a witcher, not a bodyguard.
Precisely. You must find me a bodyguard. Geralt, I beg you. They'll kill me.
Got anyone specific in mind?
There's a mercenary, Sucrus. Often drinks at the Sturgeon. He's an old pirate, a Skelliger. He used to work for me. Huge as an oak. Wouldn't fear a dozen cleavers.
Yeah, sure. Sounds
Did
good.
you talk to him yourself?
We parted not on the best of terms. That is to say, he demanded a bonus and I...
You refused.
Great. What now? Am I supposed to pay your dues?
I'm certain you'll find some way to agree. Geralt, please don't leave me this way.
I'll take care of it.
dogs everywhere. Shit all around.
Hard times we live in.
Wait. Oh, strumpets.
For half price, I'll undress halfway. You're a regular.
Here we are at my favorite place, the fish market. Dude, where are your pants?
Piss me trousers.
Guess I should interject.
What?
Guessing this is the...
We weren't done conversing.
Yeah,
that
this
a
is
conversation?
the bodyguard.
Not your plowing business. You need a smackers at it.
Oh, come on then. Oh my, that was a little awkward. Come on then.
A fella stacking up with a knot. Lords and whores.
Shit.
Ah, it was too soon. There you go. That's language a Skelliger will understand.
Sorry, but you asked for it. I'm Geralt.
Say, Chris, you did well, mate. An ale to patch things. Come.
Yes, and then get some booze. Now we're best friends.
What brings you here, Geralt?
You and the merchant, what was that about?
Why my sis wedded that plough and rotter is beyond me.
Oh.
That was your brother-in-law?
Prick-in-law, more like. Sweet talk me at first. Skellige mead, we need barrels, we'll be rich men. So, I brought it in. Then he starts going on about unforeseen storage costs, net gross balances, and I don't know what else.
Business and family just don't mix.
Sounds like a, yeah. Sounds like a good prescription.
Looking for a bodyguard. Interested?
Why not, if there's coin in it?
Well, there isn't. Not yet.
So we're to barter. Favor for a favor, aye?
I'm gonna kill you, Hattori. Yeah, I guess. What did you have in mind?
The brother-in-law owes me some coin. Get it back and we'll talk.
Can I just pay you instead?
Damn it. I'll do it. Where'll I find him?
Nearby at the docks. You know what? I don't care for his coin all in all. If you don't get it back, I won't mind.
So what do you want me to do?
Smash his stock of mead. Was me brought it in from Aunt Skellig.
That a mature thing to do?
Nay, but it's fair.
Okay. What's this now? There's people outside. Does this guy have any booze for sale?
What'll it be?
What are you serving?
Yeah, some.
Farewell.
Don't think I'm gonna be able to do much with that, but yeah. Cherry cordial is the one I need. Rebus, ether, web breath, ether, 2 ether, Rebus and Quebrith. Brilliant. Get rid of these. Why can't I expand? I don't get it. I can't expand decoctions. That feels like a bug. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. Oh, what do you want? Silly people.
Greetings. I'm Mr. Sucrus's collector. Come to get...
Mr. Sucrus, the man's a boor. I do not deal with illiterate peasants. Tell him I'll pay just as soon as palm trees sprout on Skellige.
You're rude.
Palm trees have sprouted on Skellige. Now pay up.
It can't be. Of course I shall pay Sucrus. A letter of credit acceptable? Redeemable at the Vivaldi's bank? Yes. I'm on my way.
I guess it would have been kind of funny to smash the barrels instead, but this works. Oh, leave me alone.
Looking for something unusual.
Why don't you all just...
The eternal fire.
That's a rat for sure. Robin's supper.
Greetings.
Hi, Geralt. How you doing?
Took care of it. Trader said he'd give you a letter of credit issued by the Vivaldi's bank.
Is that so? Well done, mate. So who am I to knock off?
Just
No one really,
keep an eye
just-
on someone. This swordsmith. Seems you know each other.
I be your Hattori, the elf. Tried swindling me on axes once, the bastard. You working for him?
You could say that. We're trying to dismantle the swordsmithing monopoly in Novigrad.
Oh, noble cause. Well, you're vouching for him. Don't see why not. I'll grab some of the boys and we can go.
That worked out pretty well, I guess. Now back to Hattori.
Hey there, handsome.
Yes, hey there indeed.
Well, well, another freak.
Apparently I piss people off around here. I get very upset very quickly.
Darkness everywhere. See it all around.
Greetings, Hattori. See, Sukrus already found you. You two agree to something?
Yes, Geralt. I was forced to sell him a few axes at the wholesale price, but I was glad to do it. Thank you.
Finally accepting orders for swords again?
Sadly, no. I lack certain crafting supplies.
What is it now?
Ernst van Horn's got a monopoly on them as well.
Just so. He bought them cheap from sword makers abandoning the trade. Now he hoards them like a squirrel. But if you... No, you'd never agree.
Of course I would.
Agree to what?
I happen to know where Van Horn keeps his hoard. It's more than he could possibly ever use. We could borrow a little.
I don't know about this guy. He seems kind of fishy.
Borrow? Don't you mean steal?
Stealing from a thief's no crime.
It isn't? So what is it? Poetic justice? How did I get sucked into this? And why?
It's simple. The best swords you've ever seen. Armor, trebuchet, catapults.
I do kind of want a trebuchet.
Assuming I agree.
Don't know how I would ever use it.
See this.
I mean, you could get it delivered, I guess,
Docks.
to Kaer Morhen.
You must ask Sukrus to take his boys. One more thing. The crates I need will smell of ammonia.
Okay, let's go, buddy.
Oh, Geralt.
Hattori's got a job for us.
Great. I was starting to get bored.
Wants us to borrow a few crates from Ernst van Horn's warehouse. They'll smell of ammonia.
Sounds doable. I know where Van Horn stores his goods. The boys and I will go there, look around. Meet us near the Sturgeon.
Fine. When?
After dark, of course. See you there.
Time is it? 4:58 a.m. That's annoying. There we go.
How will you make a living? We've no monsters.
They ought to never let your kind in, Novigrad proper.
Okay.
You copper, look, you've got a plan.
All right. We know all we need to know. Just one guard at the entrance.
I'll take care of him.
Thought you might. Me nose ain't all that sensitive. I'll not find the right crates, so you gotta mark 'em with chalk. We'll get a cart in the meantime.
Fine. What do I do when I'm done?
Just leave, I guess.
Then we'll go
Yeah.
in.
You got thrown in thighs, stranger.
All much coins.
I can't go that way.
What the hell? It's you! I know you! Mr. Dwarf, this is the thieving swindler I told
This
you
guy
about.
again.
Following me, you scoundrel!
Ah, plowing nonsense. I knows him. It's Witcher Geralt. How goes it, Master Witcher?
It's
A witcher?
going well.
Well, it all makes sense now. Mr. Dwarf, do not listen to him. The bastard will curse us!
Ye trade heads with troll. A friend of Yappin Zigrin's a friend of mine. Now sod off or I'll lose my temper. Now!
Abracadabra, hocus pocus.
How goes it, Master Witcher? Anything specific you're looking for in Van Horn's warehouse?
Yarvin Zigran sends his regards.
By Rune Durin, just don't nick everything. And hurry, get it done while I'm in the privy.
That was easy.
Where are those crafting supplies? Does stink of ammonia. Must be it.
And 3.
That'd be it. Gotta signal them now.
Don't think we needed a signal. We just had to leave. I guess he'll watch.
Have you any idea whose warehouse this is, goat fucker?
Aye, Geralt. It's the bloke Atari told us about. The bugger who sleeps with Cleaver or something.
Sucrus! Why are you here? With the sorcerer? Oh, I see. That is
I guess we're heading for a bloodbath.
Hattori sent you? That ploughing non-human will be sorry his mother didn't strangle him with his navel string. But first, we'll feed you.
I think this is how it would have turned out.
off my brother-in-law.
Either way, right?
I can thrash him. Understood?
Brother, let's mop the floor with these plowing Nordlings. Join us, Geralt. Adam.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, screw it.
Give him here, Sucrus.
Tweersag!
Mistake.
I think it ended poorly for the brother-in-law. Oh, gosh darn it. I mean, if I don't need to do anything, then... Came in and take the final blow.
God with this fighter? Sucrus, forgive me. I love you like a brother, you unkempt bugger. Friends?
Course, friends. What good has Beckerin ever brought us?
Where's that Draka that hit me?
Don't mean to spoil your reunion, but what'll we do with Van Horn?
We'll take him to Skellige before he comes to. Won't be any more trouble to you. And maybe we'll try a new venture. But first we have to move these crates to Hattori's.
True. I ought to pay him a visit too.
I guess that worked out in the end.
Hey, darling. Like what you see?
I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. Now let's see if Hattori is gonna deliver on his promise.
Got a snake coming too.
Honestly, I'm kinda skeptical. Have you had enough? Oh, he didn't even die. There you go. Let's wait until morning. And go see Hattori.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Geralt, you return safe and sound.
I do. You doing all right?
Never better. Once Van Horn had finally left, Cleaver lost interest in swordsmiths. I can forge swords again without fear of my workshop going up in flames.
Glad to hear it.
You've no notion how glad I am. I've no need of sucrus anymore, and can devote myself to what I truly love. I thank you, Witcher.
So now can you craft me something extraordinary?
Naturally. It is what we agreed. Give me a few days, then come by for your new sword.
Okay.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of...
Like to see what you got?
Did you craft something for me?
That's not what I wanted, the shop. See if we can get rid of some junk here as well. That's pretty nice. The other one was also a steel sword, right? Yeah, but level 26, but that's just one level away, so that's fine. I'll keep that until do it like that. That I think will be fine. Ooh, treasure maps. Fourth map. What else is there? Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Exactly what I wanted. Oh yeah, I can make superior there. Yeah, let's do it. I'll wait with that. We need to make some meteorite ingots as well. gonna wait, actually.
So long.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Wonder how long I'm gonna have to wait. Probably not too long. Let's go beat some people in Gwent, I guess.
Eternal fire, keep me safe.
No loitering round here.
Oh, he's a war veteran.
Nothing doing. Something reeks.
Alright, we could also maybe read the book, the treasure maps I got. And where did they go? Oh, here they are. The writing on the map is smeared with dried blood, cannot be read. Addendum, map ain't worth anything. Only thing I found were some griffin symbols scratched on the walls. Can see we're not going to get anything worth near enough to pay back the debts that the dandy doctor racked up with us. Good thing he's warm food now, but maybe it would be worthwhile to loot that tomb under the Crookback Hills. I doubt our doctor friend would have wasted his time just running around looking for primitive drawings. There's gotta be some treasure about. Well-preserved note by Hieronymus on the Witcher Elgar. For safekeeping, Elgar hid improvements to the School of the Wolves equipment in multiple locations. One set he hid in an underwater cave beneath a castle in central Velen. Another he left in a cave to the south of Oxenfurt, while a third he placed in the elven ruins found on a small isle in southern Velen. Elgar hid improvements for the school, various corner of the world so Witcher could make use of. Some of them on the path, some he hid in elven ruins and a sunken ship in the south of Velen, others he put in a hideout far to the south of Oxenfurt. But that's just like this. I don't know. Maybe they were different. Okay.
Chance to surrender unorthodox books.
I met you, mate.
Part 1 and part 5. Okay. And Griffin School, part 4.
Those hunters with Burner Raven. Smell that.
Still think I'm missing a bunch of those upgrade quests.
A good day for commerce.
Guess I'm gonna have to go looking for them. Oh well. There's the madam.
Could it be that all road...
Roads
When I look at you...
don't lead to the past flora.
Actually, I'd just like to buy something.
Come on. She has the amount. It's just not the kinds I need.
Take care now.
No strong cards, no gold king. Shan't be entering, shall we? Do we not... Yes?
Yes, indeed. I want to enter.
How do you play for high stakes here?
Firstly, we must have the proper effects. Let's have a look at our cards, shall we? Cards are in order, but can we afford the buy-in?
Ooh, 1,000!
Well, let's have a name then, and we shall issue an entry ticket.
Geralt of Rivia.
Gerard of Rivia. The match
Gerard.
starts, but the hoi polloi must first be driven out. We will please wait. Achoo!
Got allergies or something? Have we gotten rid of the hoi polloi?
Tournament participants only. Everyone else out. Achoo! We are cordially invited to come back tomorrow.
Well, well. Geralt of Rivia. And I was beginning to think this tournament would be a dreadful bore. I'm afraid winning coin from peasants, thugs, and
who are you?
Aristocrats is no great source of satisfaction for me.
We know each other?
Let's say we've some mutual acquaintances. I've heard many good things about you. In vivid detail.
Yeah, in vivid detail indeed. I see.
Place like this, that's more a warning than a recommendation. What's your name?
Is it?
Sasha.
Sasha what? Or maybe just skip right to telling me your real name.
Place like this, Sasha will need to suffice.
Come to the Passiflora often? Seem to know everyone.
I'm here from time to time. I cannot say all the faces are familiar, but that is Patrick Hazelnut. Never goes anywhere without those three.
Met a man once who traveled with 2 Zeracanian warrior women as bodyguards, but those 3...
have other talents, clearly. The halfling's Bernard Tully, a farmer, claims to play for pleasure. But everyone wants to win, don't they?
Indeed.
Best beware of that one. He's not particularly fond of others, outcasts, types like you. Ironic, since Phineas himself is a half-elf. And I'm certain you've heard of Count Tybalt. After all, he is the one who organized this tournament.
Actually, I haven't heard of him.
He's reputed to be fabulously wealthy. I can't say how true it is, but he was able to afford his title and the county came with it.
Let's try not to lose then, I guess.
See you later, Sasha.
Try to chat up the other players before the tournament begins. We must all wait for Count Tybalt anyway.
Understood. Just gonna save, just to make sure.
Know what she drinks in the...
Apologies, but I must focus my thoughts before the match.
Yeah.
I can see that.
This will certainly serve me better than your conversation with Sasha has served you. I'd be wary of her.
Sorry.
I'm new to this too. Took me ages to squirrel away the coin for the buy-in. Mushrooms are no quick route to riches.
You really a farmer?
I don't know.
Look it. Got a little farmstead just outside the city. Could sit there for days just watching things grow.
Okay.
What's with the smell?
The smell? Anywho, mushrooms are all well and good, but one's got to get away at times. My lady, she was in tears, said I'd get my throat slit in overground. But I says to her, I says, Hortensia, what a chance. The best players, the rarest cards. She had to let me go.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Likewise. Now, that's the sporting spirit. Not like that half-elf over there who's been shooting me murderous glares this whole time.
Yeah, let's have a chat with him as well.
What?
Yes, that's one way to introduce yourself.
Perhaps you'd wish to see my cards as
Or to start the
Am I a
conversation.
hee-haw for you to fondle before you choose? Shall I wag my prick for you?
See your cards when we play.
You would likely to advance that far, mutant.
How rude.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our closed Gwent Tournament. By closed, I mean more than the mere elite nature of the event. Anyone leaving the Passiflora before the end of play will be disqualified. That's rule number 1. Rules number 2, 3, and 4 are no fighting, dirty play, or magic tricks. We play for golden figurines. The winner will take them all, along with a monetary prize equal to 9 times the buy-in. Easy enough to calculate that 9 have entered. The tournament will consist of 3 rounds. The finalist emerging from said shall play me. Players will be paired by random draw. The groupings for the first
Random indeed. I don't think it's going to be that random.
Achoo!
Phineas and Tim Knott, Patrick Hazelnut and Harold Featherbuns, Gerbolt of Rivia and Bernard Tull.
How about that?
Bramble Frontenstock and Madam Sasha.
Excellent. A pleasant match to you all.
Indeed. So just gonna go straight into it? Come on. There we go.
Starting at last. A year down the road, I'll be plying Hortensia and my lads with tales of this night. Let's play!
Let's indeed. Do I want to change anything? I do actually want to change something. I can toss Estrad. And put in Geralt instead. That's a way better card. Let's see, is there anything else we want to alter in any way? I don't think so. Let's see what kind of cards we get. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, that works. This is going to be interesting. That's a bit unfortunate. Yes, play the decoy. That's fine. That's completely fine. Yeah, I think I want to toss this. Yeah, that works. I can medic that up. Oh, and Thaler. Yep. That works for me. Let's get the spy out to start. No combos, that's kind of frustrating. But I do have two... what's it called? 2 Scorches. That's not gonna work, my dude. Oh no. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Question is, what do I do here? Do we get the dragon back? No, I think I get this. Get the spy back. See, I still got medic. Oh, this is a... is it? Yes, it's a perfect opportunity for Scorch. Kind of want to just pass, you know, but that's not really an option. Yeah, let's leave that on for the moment. Not gonna do anything about that. Still safe for a Scorch. My friend, do you not have anything more interesting? Have you run out of good cards? I think that's fine. Didn't see that coming. Well then, I think we won our first match.
Congratulations. Bit of a shame being eliminated in the first round, but so it goes. It is only a game. Having a good time, that's what matters.
So, how did you fare in the first round?
Not
Fared
bad.
pretty well.
Guessing you won too.
I've the distinct impression my opponent was drunk. Had an altogether decent hand, but...
Might have had a hard time concentrating.
Care to finish this conversation in private? I have a proposition for you. Meet on the terrace outside.
What proposition? I'm not... Yeah, sure.
Alright.
I'm not interested in what you have to say, really, but... I can hear you out.
Won't find any better. From the Yaruga to the
Kill your
Dragon
daughter in a
Mountains.
day. I'd say so.
Alone at last.
What did you want to talk about?
A cartload of coin. That's the grand prize, you know. I can't speak for you, but I'd prefer it didn't land in the wrong hands. And luck can be so undependable. Frankly, one should simply take the coin, subtly, you know, without bothering the others.
No, I'm not.
Huh. As propositions go, this is not exactly what I was expecting. You don't seem like a...
Thief?
Thief?
True, it's not my day job. Which is why I could use some help.
Why tell me?
I'm a woman. I'm in need of that coin. And Geralt of Rivia would never abandon a woman in need. Or so I heard.
I don't abandon people in need.
Jill of Vigo. She told me of your adventures in Beauclair. Apparently you're dependable, so long as the cause is just.
And what's the cause?
Doesn't seem like a just cause to me.
What if I told you my life depended on it?
Wouldn't believe you. Fringilla also mentioned I'm easy to manipulate.
She said you could be trusted. Very well, I'll have to manage on my own.
Yeah, I'm gonna win. Sorry, Sasha, but I'm gonna win.
Ooh.
Oof.
Time for round 2. Your attention, please.
Madam Sasha and Gilbert of Revia.
Gilbert. Oh, just changes.
Harold Featherbones.
We wish you a pleasant match. May fortune smile on you always.
Yeah. I'm sure this will go well.
Did she? I get no pleasure whatsoever from easy victories, so I should be very angry if you let me win.
Don't plan
That's
to.
not the plan.
Curious about that other proposition, though.
Here we go. Ooh, nice. Bit unlucky. Yeah, that's decent. Yes, feel free. We can toss a hero. That's fine. Skellen. Just realized now that I have no decoys. I don't like my cards really. Yeah, I guess that's fine. She had to burn a lot for that. Passed. Question is, how do I want to take this? Because yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Because I don't want to give her. I don't want to give her spies in her graveyard. I think that was the best move. Let's pick up something small. I hope. Please play something insignificant. Please, please, please. Yes! No! Damn it. Oh well. What was that? I don't know, I feel confident. Hey, that's cheating. I think we do this, right? Maybe we can bait out a Scorch. No, it was... Well, yeah, kinda. There's that. Like, if she plays for cards, I feel that I need to play for cards. Ooh. No. Oh well. That's some heavy cards. See what the last thing is she has. Pass. Okay. That's it. We got this one in the bag too.
Well, I hope your luck holds.
Hey, I am amazed at how
Ladies and
fun
gentlemen,
Gwen is.
The third round. The heat
You know?
is on.
The nearest round's winner will face Count Tybalt himself in the final.
And I was like,
Phineas and
it's just a mini game, but it's so
I'll
good.
not play a mutant.
Are we to understand you forfeit this round? Fine. In that case,
No, I'm not swiving forfeit the round. I shall squash him like a louse.
a good match to you both. Please remember the tournament
Yeah,
rules.
bring it, loser.
No magic, no quarrels.
Going straight into it.
Play.
Here's we are. Yeah, okay, let's go. Nice, 2 spies to start. And an impenetrable fog. I really like this hand. It got better. Oh, a second decoy. Yeah, I already feel like I'm probably gonna toss this first round. much do I need? I need these two. I'm just gonna play them, take the round. And he of course has medics, but I have 3 decoys, so... And there's another spy. I know what I'm gonna do. Again, the strategy is, as always, to just make them play their cards. To have more cards than they do at the end. And win by default. Come on, start pumping out the medics. There's one. Yeah, I feel I'm gonna let this one go. Yeah, feel free to start with that. I'll just match you. Because now I can just play heroes to pass the time, basically, to make him play cards. Yeah, feel free to play heroes. I have better hero cards. And if you pump out a medic, I have a spy or a decoy. You have 2 cards left, my dude. What you gonna do? You have 1 card left. That's fine. I didn't even have to play anything, it's just heroes. Yeah, that's good enough.
The mutant cheated! I'll gouge those devilish eyes out with my bare hands!
Try me, dude. Try me. Jesus. No, I'm not paying attention here. Okay, let's be a bit careful.
Come on, come closer.
I have to pay attention now, a bit. Ooh, I almost lost. No, 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 no. I'm being very quiet because I need to concentrate for this. There we go.
Well
Had no margin for error because I
Congratulations on both.
messed up in the beginning.
I'd wanted to summon the guards initially, but
Yeah, it's better I took care of it.
please join me for the final. I must admit,
will.
I did not expect this outcome. Bet a rather large sum on another player, in fact.
Might have guessed there were multiple games going on.
Yeah, I'm worried about Sasha. What she's up to. I mean, she's still here.
I'd say so. Let's begin.
I better get my friggin' reward, or I'm gonna be upset. Let's see what cards we get. Monster deck, huh? Okay. Ooh, I don't like this. Yeah, I hope I get some decoys or stuff on the with the spies. I have like no utility as it is. Yes, do take it up. Didn't help me a whole lot, unfortunately. There's the extra. Good. Pass. Question is, how much do I want to invest? Oh, this is a hard decision. Because 26. I mean, I take it if I play both hero cards. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that's not gonna help me. I don't really want to play like basically anything. Don't have anything here. He's doing what I'm doing. He's just like trying to waste time. Yeah. I feel like this is a mistake. I'm gonna commit. He's playing me. He's just making me waste time. And it's so frustrating. No, that's not what I did. I'm gonna have to pass because I don't have anything to deal with the weather. Yes. Yes, thank you. Because that takes away, like, any question of what I'm supposed to do. That's also fantastic, because... now I can do that. There's Big G. Please give me something. Oh yeah, it's decent. That's also fantastic, because if he scorches now, then he screws himself. Although, I'm gonna do that. Now if he scorches my dragon, which is fine. There it is. And let's give him one more thing to scorch if he has another scorch, or whatever the frick he has. Awesome. We won! That's awesome! Yes!
Superb match. A great pleasure. The prize will be yours.
Thief! The coin's gone. The guard's been stabbed.
What?
How is this possible?
No one's removed the coin from the premises. All those leaving were searched.
Phew! We must scour the building. Anyone leaving must pass inspection.
Yes. Let's investigate, shall we?
Before you ask, it wasn't me.
Figured as much.
My offer still stands. Perhaps you'd search for the coin with me.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, sure.
Agreed. Where do we start?
We must get upstairs. Wait. I I say, this Witcher is Captain Hansen's good friend. He could examine the crime scene. Charge only a trifling.
A fee? But...
We will, of course, collect it from the captain personally. How is his injury from the other week? Has it healed yet?
I think this was a mistake. I don't trust this woman.
Splendid. We shall go upstairs at once.
Next time we see the captain, milady, I'd appreciate you mentioning it.
That is all, good fellow. You may go. The Witcher requires absolute silence while he works.
Of course.
Such a scam artist.
That went well. Really know the captain?
Yes, a horrid man. Come now, get to work.
Blows delivered from a strange angle. Expert, though. Precise.
Oh, halfling?
Somebody dragged something heavy towards the terrace.
Geralt did say that he seemed like he... something.
Crossbow bolt. A line tied to it. Line's clearly been cut.
Thief might have used it to lower the sack of coin. He'd need an accomplice waiting down below to grab it.
Something down there, but I can't make it out. Must have been one of the players. Lowered the coin down on the line, then strolled past the guards.
This was well prepared. Think you can track the culprit down?
I think I can, but
See if I
I
can.
don't think I'm gonna get my money.
Come on.
I don't think I'm gonna get the full reward that I deserve.
Ah, now she is a beauty.
Same as the one tied to the bolt. Gonna have to look around. Where's that scent coming from? Cinnamon. Strange.
I don't smell a thing.
No, but you don't have superhuman senses.
Sit down.
Haste makes waste. Culprit lost this crate. Must have fallen off the wagon.
Can you be certain this was the thief's?
Crossbow under the packages. Itching to crack a pun about every rosemary having its...
I appreciate you resisting
funny.
the impulse. I've seen this guild mark. It's a trading company's. One that imports spices from Zerrikania. They've a storehouse at the docks. Northernmost one on this side of the port. Shall I meet you there?
Sounds good.
The guy in charge seems to not be very involved. Like he doesn't seem like he cares all that much. The guy who hosted the tournament, that is. Do you have anything nice in here?
Gift from... Welcome back.
Thank you.
Show me what you have.
Yeah, I'll grab it, I guess. Don't really know what I need it for.
Farewell.
Don't think I need it for anything, actually, but... might as well. I mean, there was supposed to be like gold statues and
Those were the days.
9,000 gold. I think I'm gonna get a reward, but I don't think I'm gonna get all of it. What I'm owed.
Move it!
Shut up, you.
Mister, why are your eyes so strange?
Oh, good job.
I'm a witch!
Who are you?
Yeah, welcome to my workshop.
I haven't seen this guy before. And I need to play one random dude.
But I sure wouldn't mind a few rounds of Gwent.
That didn't improve things. Neither did that. Oh, this guy has no cards. Works, my dude. That works. You can have it. It's fine. Guess I'll take it then. Whew, that was kind of lucky. Not a bad move. Stubborn, are we? Oh no. No. Good. I still had the leader card. I was unsure. Really? Guess we'll see what he got. Whoops. There we go.
Yeah, welcome to...
Show me what you have on offer.
What's this? Don't know what that was about.
So long.
Me a little.
See the empty shipping pool? No one knows how it got there.
The lady took me aside the other
Guy
day and
works
accused me of
alone.
mismanaging her
What a
pool.
freak.
That's sweet. I told her if that's how it's going.
Okay, thanks.
I welcome my savior. You may not
Savior?
remember, sir, but I shall never forget. 2 cut pursers tried to rob me.
Okay.
That's right.
And earned yourself a stand.
What you got, my friend? Oh, that's the one I have a lot of, isn't it? God, it's nice. That works, I guess. Don't think I need to play him. I'm just gonna check just to make sure. Inventory, quest, and to the bottom. 0. Yes. I'm done in Novigrad, so 2 in Velen and 6 in Skellige. Wonder who those 2 are.
Tomorrow is another day.
Freak! The dungeon! That's where
Hey,
you belong!
Whitey, why'd your hair go?
Have you talked to your neighbour? How's she feeling? Who can afford a witcher in this day and age?
What's this? Oh, gravity. Oh, nice. All right, it's this guy.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, terrible times.
Okay, let's see if we can get to the bottom of this.
There are 6 inside. I wasn't able
Oh,
to get the door.
I like that outfit.
Gotta find another way in then.
Reek's here. Time I went back to sea.
Here's the wagon. Smell the cinnamon now?
Ah, I was right about the warehouse.
Yes, but how do we get inside?
Try to get in through here.
Lead the way.
Oh, there we go. Wonder who's behind this. Yeah, it was the halfling. Because the guard was stabbed from a low angle, or a strange angle.
The tall one.
Masquerade's done, Tully. Give us the coin.
Masquerade? Ha, well put. Been watching you from the start, sweetheart. Though I ought to admit, I thought you'd follow me alone. Told him who you are yet? No? I'm sure he'd love to hear it. Go on, tell him. Or I'll tell Hortensia to break your fingers.
What's this about?
Do
It's
spill.
about Madame Sasha swallowing my mushroom farming nonsense hook, line and sinker when she should have been more vigilant. So, will you tell him who you spy for? Or would you rather scream it out?
Let go of her. Step away.
One of you restrain him, then make sure he gets a good view.
Okay, let's go. Go.
Good work. I did not, in fact, suspect him, whereas he clearly caught on to me long ago.
Halflings can be unpredictable.
Hey, don't be
At
racist.
any rate, we've succeeded. Now to divide the coin.
Oh yeah. So what's this proposition that's supposed to convince me to share my winnings?
No longer on the table. We retrieve the coin together. We shall divide it equally. Know what?
I don't know about that.
The Kingfisher. My treat to celebrate my last day in Novigrad.
Heading back to Nilfgaard? That why you needed the coin?
I see you miss very little.
Still got a touch of an accent.
Ah well. It seems I shall need a new trade. Anyway, I'm compromised in Novigrad, so...
Who were you before you became a spy?
I don't rightly remember anymore. But I suppose you can call me Cantarella.
Oh.
Your real name?
Well,
that's why.
almost.
Mushroom farming. Okay, I guess.
As it turned out,
bogus, by the way.
was actually his sister.
I won the tournament.
Oh my.
He asked me to see her again at the House of the Night, and then...
Fascinating story. Shall we go upstairs? You can show me exactly how it's...
Oh. Just take a note, I guess.
Great idea.
Guess I need to censor. Oh, Geralt. Where are my golden statues and stuff, though? This is bogus.
Slipped away without a word.
Yeah. Let's read this letter. Forgive me for leaving without saying farewell. You were sleeping so peacefully, almost made me want to nick your cards and coin, or at least read all those letters you carry around in your pockets. Till next meeting. Perhaps one day soon I'll see to it that we bump into each other completely by accident. Need to put on some clothes. There we go. And we need that. That. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Where the heck are we? Pacific? No, the Kingfisher.
I met you, mate, back there at
Such lovely natural surroundings.
Barbarian.
Okay, apparently Hattori is not finished. Here we go. He needs some more time, apparently. Which is fine. I really like the sheaths for the swords I have currently. It's kind of a nonsense thing to like, I guess, but I like it.
Greetings.
Hey, dude.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Nothing I want.
Farewell. So this is the haunted house. Inhabitants clearly left in a hurry, but a specter would have attacked me already.
There's something making noise down there. Someone really likes Radovid. Here's something. No. Polymorphy. That might be it. Journal from the Moldavi residence. What a lovely home. I cannot believe we were able to buy it so cheaply. Valeria had always had a keen mind for business. She haggled so fiercely the broker dropped his price by a third. Incredible. Valeria says the room layout is exceptionally well conceived. Tomorrow we will move all our things in. It will be good to have our own place. Finally some peace and quiet. Oh my, sneeze came out of nowhere. Once we had arranged all the furniture, Valeria decided we needed to paint the walls yellow. Perhaps that is for the best, it will make it more cozy. Valeria's mother visited us. Tomorrow I shall paint the walls green. Valeria heard some noises during the night. She woke me several times, but I did not hear a thing. This night I heard them. The walls shook. Valeria has learned from the neighbors that previously a powerful mage resided in this home. They all say he would summon demons, and his spirit still haunts its rooms. People will believe the most outlandish nonsense. Valeria has decided to move back in with her mother for some time, until I do something about the walls. I joked that perhaps I could simply repaint them, but I don't think she found that amusing. The plaster has begun to fall off. It seems to me that I heard a noise last night, something like a muffled roar. Valeria has returned. She found a buyer for the home, avoided any suspicion by claiming to be the mage's widow, selling off the estate after her husband's unfortunate death at the stake. Fool Count must think he has found himself an incredible bargain. Polymorphy. To change form, to shape one's matter as clay. This is no novice's trick, no flickering glow light or rat-killing blue bolt. Only those with bowels soaked in oceans of magic arcana, and few are born with bowels so absorbent, can hope to master it. There are exceptions, of course. Dragons, as is well known, possess such a talent innately. With no need for study they can, guided by some otherworldly intuition, change between humanoid and reptilian form. As for the other races, higher vampires, e.g. Bruxa, are known to flicker between states, yet given the understandable difficulties of conducting research in this area, we do not know if this transition constitutes an act of polymorphy. The human race is, obviously, much more accessible to scholars of polymorphy. Their years of study have borne fruit in the form of a set of methods and guidelines for the identification, nurture and deployment of this talent. The most accomplished result of the careful application of these methods, Philippa Eilhart. And I've read this one about the conjunction.
Scattered salt. Probably to drive ghosts away. Pointless superstition.
I don't know. That should do it, and then what's down here?
No one's been here in a while.
Actually, let's get a drink. Golem, probably.
Something clicked.
Something ground. Like stone on stone.
Not the root of any ordinary plant. Must be magic.
Must be indeed.
Looks like a journal.
Yeah. A Maverick of Serrano's journal. When dealing with beings of this nature, it is most vital to achieve equilibrium between giving free rein to its will and obstructing it with the fetters of servitude. The sagacious elementalist who has tamed a magic minion should not heed the sweet yet pernicious urge to unbind the being, for only harm will come of it. Wailing and gnashing of teeth will be the only result. Likewise, he who tightens his servant's yoke overmuch will gain nothing from it, for his enchained being will be to him dumb and dull as a lump of earth. The key is to prepare a proper magic barrier, one whose effectiveness shall be backed by a crystal of power. This crystal is of the utmost importance. If it should break, the barrier shall fail, yet worry not overmuch, for neither axe nor blade can harm it. A barrier thus secured shall serve as the minion's prison, without unduly hindering its power. The ability to erect it properly, however, demands a high level of proficiency, the kind no mere superficial study or practice can provide. The bunglers and ne'er-do-wells of our profession need not apply. Right, sounds suitably pompous. Must have Dukas make a clean copy of this first draft prepared for publication. Wonder where that Claude is. I sent him out for cheese and ink ages ago.
Elemental. Pretty powerful too. Gotta free it first, then defeat it. Almost managed to break its magic bonds. A few days more and it would have wreaked havoc all around.
Yikes. Yeah, that worked. Oh my, this might be problematic.
Not good.
Oh, it's fine, girl. How have I never realized before that? Oh my goodness. heavy attacks work quite well against these. I do like over twice the damage, like 3 times almost. Yeah, this worked well actually. Perfect. What's this? Oh, it's nothing. Okay. Fantastic, man.
From now on, assume your every move's observed.
What will become of us under the Doppler's salvation?
I took quite the long way around. I didn't realize he was in the Kingfisher.
What?
Huh?
I expect model behavior scan.
Yes, yes, yes. Dramatic people.
Oh. Yes?
Yep,
How
took
should
care
it
of
give
it.
you any more trouble? A little renovation and it should be fit for you to move into.
Truly? Why, the estate's price just spiked sharply. What precisely was the problem?
Earth elemental trapped in the cellar. It was just trying to get out. Almost demolished the house in the effort.
Far more interesting than a ghost, that's certain. The cellar you mentioned, is it in a state to be furnished?
Hard to say.
Not really.
See. Your bounty. There you are. And farewell.
Yes. Farewell indeed. That worked out pretty well. Almost level 26 as well. What else do we have? It's, yeah, starting to empty out. It's starting to... Yeah, starting to empty out. For reals.
Come closer, don't be shy. You'll find out everything.
I guess this one. Oh hey, wait.
Ah, oaf.
Okay, never mind. It wasn't a blacksmith. I'm on the lookout for blacksmiths in case they have, what's it called? Treasure maps. Because they seem to be the ones who have treasure maps. Like armor smiths and weaponsmiths. I think I'm just gonna run over here and then be done because I'm really freaking tired. Yeah, that'll do it for now. Okay, that was fun. It's starting to be a bit tricky with the Gwent there now. Because now I have, what was it? It was 6 in Skellige. And I know that like some of them, like 3 or so, is from that quest that I have. Where I need to first play Ermion and then I'm guessing 2 others after that. But there's 3 more and I don't know where. And then 2 in Velen that I have no friggin' idea where to find. Oh well, I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be hard to find them, I think. But that is it for today. The Gwent tournament was fun. I don't like that I didn't get my proper reward for it though. I guess I got some reward, you know. I got a roll in the hay, so to speak. But yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. That's it for today. I thank you very much for joining me and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, however, to take care of yourselves and peace out.